everyone, it's Dawn and welcome back. Thank you for those of you who managed to catch our first in this series of our letter writing set. I hope you found it useful and that you're able to follow it okay, and that you're going to be making your own letter writing sets in the future. And so today we're going to do part 2 of making the box, and we're going to finish the box and including putting the lid on. Now, just to recap, before it had a chance to dry, I couldn't really do much, but now it has dried and it's nice and solid. And all I've done is I've put some extra liner paper on the inside, really just to neaten things up a bit and cover up those corner pieces, those hinges, because I wasn't happy with it. It looked okay, but I wasn't happy with the hinges showing. So I've just covered them up, but you could put the hinges on first if you wanted to. And I've taken some of the pattern paper, in this case it was wrapping paper. And so, for example, on this corner, which was 5 inches, I've made it 5 by 1.5. I've made all of them 1.5 inches wide. And all I've done is I've wrapped some, I've put some glue on and faced all the corners like that. So I've put some paper over the corners just to make them look a bit neater. So we've done that all the way around and we're ready to finish this box. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to put the panel, the decorative panel, on the front. Now mine measures 7 by 3 inches, and here it is here. And the pattern piece measures 5 by 9. And as I've done with all the others, the process is exactly the same. I've just wrapped it round and glued it on the back. And on the back, I have got some foam tape, which and this is this super sticky foam tape. So, which I didn't think would come off in one go. So we're going to try and take it off reasonably easily. Any bits that don't quite stick, we'll just put a bit of runner tape on, but we should be okay. As long as we don't try and pull it off too quickly, and as long as we keep it low, we should be okay. So, hopefully, this video probably won't be as long as the first one. So there you go, but you never know. It's difficult to tell. You never know how long it's going to go. But we'll get it done as soon as we can. And I'm going to pop that in the middle like that, make sure it's the right way round, and give it a good press. You can press it from the inside as well. So because this is super sticky, that's not going anywhere. So that's our front panel piece. Now you can use any decorations you like. I have used a heart shape, which is a die cut heart shape. If you haven't got any dies, you can use any shape you like. You can hand cut it. And you can use any method in any shape you like. I've used this. This is another butterfly pattern, another one, and we're going to be using this in part 3, which is where we start making the letter writing set, but that's next time. So I'm going to use a bit of my red runner tape. I'm just going to pop that up there for 1 second, and we're going to run some tape on the back, because this red one of course is permanent. So, and we're just going to give it a good coating because I want it to stay put. You could use glue if you wanted to. I would have used glue, but I didn't get it out. So we're going to use tape. So I'm just going to pop that, make sure I get it more or less in the middle. So just gently place it down, and when you're happy with it, give it a good press. So, and because that was permanent tape, that's not going anywhere. So we'll pop that over there. And in the middle of that, I have just made a flower. Now you can you don't have to make a flower. If you want an embellishment, you could just leave it like that. If you wanted an embellishment, you don't have to make a flower. If you don't want to, you could just find a picture of a flower on some wrapping paper and cut it out. Or a picture of a butterfly even. But you can do whatever you wish. If you wanted me to show you how to make this flower, it's very, very quick and easy. Do let me know in the comments, or any other questions you've got, pop them in the comments and I will do my very best to answer them. But anyone who wants a quick demonstration of how to make one of these flowers, this is a die cut flower, so it will be done from a die. Let me know in the comments and I'll do one for you. So that's the front of our box all finished. So now, now what shall I do next? I think we'll put the lid on next because that's what I've got on my list over there. So that's how it looks when it stands up, and that's how it looks if you rock it backwards slightly. So let's make the lid. So I'm going to pop that over there for a moment, and I'm going to bring my pieces over for the lid. Now I've got all sorts of bits and pieces here, but we'll start with the lid first. And I'm just going to pop that over there. We'll bring it back in a minute because we need it. So the lid, the actual lid piece, the board, let's pop that over there. I can see it flying. Pardon the pun, it's a butterfly. What I meant by flying, I meant falling on the floor. So our lid measures 9 by 4.5. This pattern piece measures 11 by 6.5. And I have got an inside liner piece which measures 8.5 by 4. And as with the previous video, I will add all of these measurements down in the description box below this video, because there aren't quite as many as the previous video, but there are still a few. And I have got double-sided tape on this one, and I think that'll probably be enough. If you wanted to add some extra glue, you can, but I'm not going to for this one. I'm just going to put double-sided tape on it and leave it there without anything added. So it'll be probably easier if I lay it down so that you can see what I'm doing. So I've turned the box on its side so that we've got the back facing up, because we're going to put this bit on the outside. I tried putting it on the inside, but it didn't really work, or I wasn't happy with it anyway. So we're just going to stick that down there and give it a good press all the way along. Now that's absolutely fine like that, it won't lift. But if you're worried about that white bit there, that white border, it actually doesn't look too bad. But if you wanted to cover it, and covering it of course will give it extra strength, you could make another little panel. And this is just an extra panel. I'm calling it my back strip, and it's 9 by 7.5. I think it's 9 by 7.5. Yes, 9 by 7.5. So there we go. No, 9 by 1.5, sorry. 9 by 1.5. The one got caught with something else. So that's 9 by 1.5. And I will put all these down in the description box below anyway. So when I looked at it, I thought 7.5. That'll cover half the back. So we're just going to take the backing tape off and make sure we've got the strip the right way around. So that is 9 by 1.5, just to confirm. And I'm going to add that there and press it down. And that will add strength, as well as keeping it into place. That will add strength. And again, if you wanted to put a bit of glue on there, do feel free to do so. But I honestly don't think you'll need it. But if you want to, that's absolutely fine. So now when we turn it round that way, the lid will come down like that. And it'll flip. I can't really show you how it'll flip backwards and stay backwards. I can't stand it up to flip it backwards because I'll knock the camera over. But it'll come down like that. Now obviously we need some way of keeping it down. So for that we're going to do, I've had several requests to do a ribbon closure. And the first one of those came from one of our lovely regular subscribers, and that was our lovely Aoife. So thank you, Aoife, for suggesting that. I was wondering how to put a closure on there. I thought of several things, but the ribbon closure, apart from anything else, guys, it seems the easiest way of doing it. So we have got some ribbon, obviously. So I've got 2 pieces of ribbon. Now, how long you have it will depend on how long you want your trails. But I have got mine 12 by 12. If you want it a bit longer, make it about between 14 and 16. It depends how long you want your trails. And on the inside of here, or this bit here, it's difficult to show you this. So if I put it like that, hopefully you can see it. I've got what I'm calling, get off, which is stuck to my pen, a ribbon tab. Whoops, stand up. So, and my ribbon tab measures 1 by 3 inches. And again, I have got my favourite tape on there. So I'm going to put the ribbon on the tape like that. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring back the red liner tape, or the red runner tape. You could put another piece of tape over the top if you want to, but it's not really necessary. It's just so that you've got a stick all the way across. You've got the sticky on there, but so we've got a stick on there. We're going to turn that round. I knew that was going to fall over. It's because the lid's up and it's sort of overbalancing it a bit, but never mind, we'll manage. So we're going to stick that on the inside like that. So I hope you can see that. It's not very easy to show you on the inside. So we're going to stick that in the middle like that. So just stick it down. Oh, you can't, yeah, that's the best I can do, I'm afraid, guys. So it's just on the inside and just give it a good stick. So if you use the same colour as the liner piece, it won't show. So now I'm just going to, all I'm doing is putting the lid down because we do need a front part. Now you could make another tab to put on there if you wanted to, or you could do what I've done and you could use another embellishment. Now this embellishment, this is actually a gift tag. and it came in the same pack as this. So all I've done is I've put again some more double-sided tape on the back, and I'm going to make sure that I do it the right way around. So we want this piece of ribbon to come, so if you put it on like that, so that it hangs down from the bottom or the base of your butterfly. And then you will actually need another piece of double-sided tape to go over the back, because you will need it to attach. You could use foam tape if you want to, if you wanted it super sticky. In fact, I might do that. It doesn't matter that we've already put tape on there. I am going to use a piece of my super sticky foam tape, and I'm going to pop that down like that. It will make the ribbon stronger as well. So we'll very carefully take that off, and then all we need to do, if I bring that in, you should be able to see from there, and I'm going to line that up there. I'm going to have it fairly close to the edge like that, and then give it a good press, hold it just for a second or two, and that's not going anywhere. So then all you need to do, now I'm going to have to lay it down to show you this. And then all you do, we haven't quite finished yet because we've got a couple more things to do, but we're nearly there. And then you just do that with your ribbon, tie your bow, and you have a ribbon closure. So I hope that's the type of ribbon closure that everybody was asking for or expecting, because that's the one we've done. So now we're going to stand that up, and the only thing we need to do now, we're nearly done with this, guys. The only thing we need to do now is make our pen loop. And so we will need a piece of card, or a piece of, I've used the same paper as the liner, and I've just backed it onto some white card. And our pen loop measures 3 by 2 inches. And on the back, on one end, you will need some more double-sided tape, which I'm going to take off. So we're going to take it off at this point, and we're going to turn it over, but I'm going to have to do it like this, because if I put that down on my desk now, the tape is going to stick to it. So all we do, it's ever so easy, guys. You just put your pen like that from the opposite end of the tape. Now I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you a tip. If you put the pen clip over the paper, or over your pen loop, it'll hold it for you. And then we're going to thread that through and bring it round, pull that through like that, and just adjust it until you're ready. Just keep on adjusting. And actually, do you know what? I'm going to do it the other way around because I think it'll be easier. Put the pen by the tape, and then just bring it round like that. And we may need to just put a little bit more tape. Sorry, I hope you saw that okay. We might need to just wrap a little bit more tape. In fact, if we just take it, wrap it back a bit, or roll it back, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll use a bit of red runner tape, good old red runner tape, because this is going to be the back anyway. So just run it round like that. That will be the best thing to do, I think. And there you have your pen loop. And now all we need to do is find somewhere to put it. Now I know in the original one, I put it at the top. I put it up there, but because the ribbon's there, we can't actually do that this time. So I'm going to stick it to the side. So again, we will need some of our super sticky foam tape. So just take a piece, as long as it's no longer than your pen loop, you should be absolutely fine. Let's just turn that round so that we don't get it stuck to it. So we're going to just, again, keep it low and keep it slow. I think that's the key. And it doesn't matter which side you put it, left or right. I'm going to put it on this side. So all we're going to do now, if I turn that over, hopefully you can see that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to push that out just a tiny smidgen. Pull that over like that. And we're going to push that into the foam tape, and then that won't go anywhere. So you can have it a bit further down if you want to. So there is our pen loop. That will come out there quite nicely, that will slide in like that. There is our ribbon piece. We could make it a little bit tighter, but I'm not going to make it too tight because it might come off. So there we go. There is our ribbon tie, like that. Let's just pop that out a bit so that you can see. Bring that in a bit. Move that over. That's a bit better. And so all you need to do now is undo your ribbon and open the box. Just pull the thread through and it will stay open like that until you're ready to put your bits and pieces in. So I hope you were able to follow that okay. I have to admit, this is the first time I've made hundreds of these boxes, but it's the first time I've ever demonstrated one on video. So I hope you were able to see it okay, and my apologies if you couldn't. So let's just put that there. I didn't realise that you could see my clutter at the background there. So there we go, guys. There is our box finished. So when you come back next time, I will be showing you how we make the letter writing, the paper, the writing paper. And then after that, there's the note cards, and we are done, guys. So for today, there is our box. I'm just going to close that down like that. Push it back so you can see it. Oh, I'm sure you don't want to see my notes. I'm going to fold that up like that. And we're going to close it up. Ready. All nice and neat and ready. So there we go. There is one completed box ready to fill with our letter writing set. So I'll be back. I'll try and get back tomorrow so that we can get this set put together quickly as possible for you. And I'll see you then. So I hope you've enjoyed this and found it useful. And in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed to this channel and you're following this series, please do hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss the rest of this series and indeed other videos that we've got coming up. And I'll see you very soon. And in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care, have fun, and as always, happy crafting. Bye-bye for now.